Your traction control system TCS light just came on. Does it mean your car is unsafe to drive? Is it a costly repair? Or is it something you can fix yourself in just a few minutes? Before you spend hundreds of dollars at a repair shop, there are several simple checks you can do at home that solve this problem for many drivers. Let's go through them step by step. Welcome back to FixPro Garage. In today's video, we'll explain why it comes on and the easiest DIY fixes you can try before calling a mechanic. Let's get started. Why does the TCS light come on? The good news is that many TCS problems are caused by small issues that are relatively easy to fix. One of the most common causes is a dirty or faulty wheel speed sensor. Since the traction control system depends on accurate wheel speed information, even a small amount of dirt or brake dust can interfere with the sensor's readings. Another common cause is low tire pressure. When one tire has noticeably lower pressure than the others, it rotates at a slightly different speed. The TCS computer may interpret that differences will slip and trigger the warning light. A faulty brake light switch is another possibility. This small switch communicates with several safety systems, including ABS and traction control. If it stops working properly, your vehicle may display multiple warning lights at once. Don't overlook your battery either. A weak battery, poor electrical connection, or unstable system voltage can confuse modern vehicle electronics and trigger warning lights that aren't caused by mechanical failures. The important thing to remember is this: most of these issues don't require expensive repairs. Start with the simple checks first before assuming the worst. Check number 1. Restart your vehicle. Before grabbing any tools, try the easiest fix first. Turn the engine off completely. Wait about 1 minute, then restart the vehicle. Just like restarting a smartphone or computer, this simple step can sometimes clear temporary electronic glitches. Watch the instrument cluster carefully after the engine starts. If the TCS light disappears and doesn't come back, the issue may have been nothing more than a temporary system error. It's quick, it's free, and it's always worth trying first. Check number 2. Check your tire pressure. Next, inspect all 4 tires. Use a reliable tire pressure gauge and compare the readings with the recommended pressure listed inside the driver's door jamb or in your owner's manual. Even a small pressure difference between tires can confuse the traction control system. If any tire is underinflated, add air until it reaches the correct specification. After adjusting the tire pressure, drive for several minutes at normal speeds. Many vehicles automatically recognize the correction and reset the warning light after a short drive. Check number 3. Inspect your brake lights. Here's one check many people completely overlook. Ask a friend to stand behind the vehicle while you press the brake pedal. If you're alone, park in front of a garage door or another reflective surface so you can see the brake lights yourself. If one or more brake lights aren't working, start by replacing the bulb. If new bulbs don't solve the problem, the brake light switch near the brake pedal could be faulty. Since this switch communicates with several safety systems, a malfunction can sometimes trigger the TCS warning light. It's a small component, but it can create surprisingly large problems. Fix number 4. Clean the wheel speed sensor. If the warning light is still on, it's time to inspect one of the most common troublemakers, the wheel speed sensor. These sensors sit near each wheel hub and constantly measure wheel rotation. Over time, they can collect dirt, brake dust, road salt, or metal particles. When that happens, the sensor may send inaccurate information to the traction control system. Before you begin, park the vehicle on a level surface, engage the parking brake, and use proper jack stands for safety. Remove the wheel and locate the wheel speed sensor near the brake rotor. It's usually secured with a small bolt and connected by a short wiring harness. Carefully remove the sensor without pulling on the wire. Spray the sensor tip with brake cleaner and wipe away any dirt using a clean microfiber cloth. While you're there, inspect the reluctor ring, sometimes called the tone ring. This toothed ring is what the sensor reads. If it's covered in rust or debris, clean it carefully to improve sensor accuracy. Once everything is clean, reinstall the sensor, tighten the mounting bolt, reconnect the wiring, and reinstall the wheel. Sometimes, that's all it takes to restore proper sensor readings. Fix number 5. Reset the system by disconnecting the battery. If cleaning the sensor doesn't solve the problem, you can try resetting the vehicle's electronic control modules. Start by turning the ignition completely off. Disconnect the negative battery terminal and leave it disconnected for about 15 minutes. This allows the vehicle's control modules to fully power down and clear certain temporary fault memories. Before disconnecting the battery, make sure you know your radio security code if your vehicle requires one, and remember that some clock or Windows settings may also need to be reset afterward. Reconnect the battery securely, start the engine, and check whether the TCS warning light has disappeared. This simple reset won't repair a damaged component, but it can clear temporary electronic glitches that occasionally trigger warning lights. Fix number 6. Drive to let the system relearn. After reconnecting the battery or cleaning a sensor, don't expect the warning light to disappear immediately. Many vehicles need a short drive before the traction control system completes its self-check. Take the car to a quiet road or an empty parking lot. Drive at moderate speeds, make a few gentle left and right turns, and apply the brakes normally several times. During this drive, the wheel speed sensors, steering angle sensor, and traction control module begin collecting fresh data. If everything is working correctly, the warning light may switch off automatically after the system finishes recalibrating. Patience is important here. Sometimes the fix has already worked, the system just needs time to confirm it. Check number 7. Check your steering wheel alignment. Here's another cause that's often overlooked. Drive on a straight, level road and pay attention to your steering wheel. Is it centered? Or does it sit slightly to one side even though the vehicle is traveling straight? If your steering wheel became off-center after hitting a pothole, curb, or road debris, your steering angle sensor may no longer match the vehicle's actual direction. Because the traction control system uses steering angle information to calculate stability, incorrect data can sometimes trigger a TCS warning light. In some cases, a wheel alignment fixes the problem. Other times, the steering angle sensor simply needs to be recalibrated using a diagnostic scan tool. Knowing this before visiting a repair shop helps you explain the symptoms clearly and may reduce unnecessary diagnostic charges. So you've checked the easy fixes, but what if the TCS light is still on? Before replacing expensive parts or booking a repair appointment, there's one tool that can tell you exactly what's wrong in just a few minutes. And that's what we'll cover next. Check number 8. Scan your vehicle with an OBD2 scanner. If you've tried all the basic checks and the TCS warning light is still on, don't start replacing parts just yet. The smartest next step is connecting an OBD2 scanner. This small diagnostic tool communicates directly with your vehicle's computer and reads stored fault codes. Instead of guessing what's wrong, you'll know exactly where to start. Plug the scanner into the OBD2 port, usually located underneath the driver's side dashboard. Turn the ignition to the on position without starting the engine, then follow the prompts on your scanner. Within seconds, you'll see one or more diagnostic trouble codes. Some codes point to simple problems like a faulty wheel speed sensor or brake light switch, repairs that many DIYers can handle at home. Other codes may indicate issues with the ABS control module, steering angle sensor, or hydraulic ABS pump, which usually require professional equipment and calibration. The biggest advantage? Instead of paying a repair shop just to diagnose the problem, you already know what's causing the warning light before you walk through the door. That can save both time and money. When should you visit a mechanic? Not every TCS warning requires a trip to the repair shop. But if the light remains on after completing all of the basic checks we've covered, it's time for a professional inspection. You should also seek professional help if the ABS warning light appears together with the TCS light. Your brake pedal feels soft or behaves unusually. The vehicle loses stability while driving. You hear grinding noises from the ABS system. The warning light returns immediately after clearing the fault codes. Modern traction control systems are closely connected to your braking and stability systems. Ignoring a persistent warning could reduce your vehicle's ability to maintain control during emergency situations. A professional diagnosis is always the safest choice when major safety systems are involved. Final tips before you leave. Whenever a warning light appears, remember one important rule: start with the simple things first. Check your tire pressure. Inspect your brake lights. Clean the wheel speed sensors. Reset the system if necessary. Then confirm everything using an OBD2 scanner before replacing expensive components. Many drivers spend hundreds of dollars replacing perfectly good parts simply because they skip these basic inspections. Taking just a little extra time can save you money and help you understand your vehicle much better. The more you learn about your car, the easier future repairs become. So the next time your traction control system light comes on, don't panic. In many cases, the fix is much simpler than most people expect. By following these step-by-step checks, you'll be able to identify common problems, avoid unnecessary repairs, and make smarter decisions before visiting a mechanic. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Fix Pro Garage, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our latest DIY repair guides, troubleshooting tips, and automotive maintenance videos.